Okay, man. Okay, so I'm letting you know that this video is gonna be kind of long, to tell you the truth, because we're gonna talk about the rankings, like how the rankings are all set up, like all what fights are possible, what fights are not possible. Like what I'm saying. Now, remember, I promote the whole entire world. Understand that this whole ranking chart is 17 different weight classes. 17 different weight classes. Like, understand that. Like I'm saying, so I'm not gonna do the whole entire thing, but I'm gonna do with fights that I believe that's gonna happen now. I'm saying, like, over here, does anybody know Alexander? He's gonna fight Anthony Joshua. So it's gonna be Joe Joyce, either with Joseph Parker or with Andy Ruiz. No, as a matter of fact, no. Ajaba's fighting Frank Sanchez. Ajaba's fighting Sanchez. So forget about Sanchez. So it's going to be these two. It's going to be either Andy or Joseph. So that's a possible fight. Right? So be looking out for that. Okay, we got Charles Martin. Probably Flip or Joseph Parker. Out of that. And okay, because remember, Usyk is out of there. He's not. So we got Andy. Okay, Daniel Dubious is gonna end up fighting either Luis Ortiz or Andy Ruiz, in this rack right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a possible fight. These guys are gonna get in front of each other. You got Deontay Wilder, Andy Ruiz. As anybody know, Deontay Wilder is fighting Tyson Fury. So you got Andy Ruiz, Lewis, Joseph Parker, and Joe Joyce. You know what I'm saying? And Michael Hunter too. So the one that's gonna get the fight most likely is Michael Hunter. Remember, I told you that. Like they're saying. So okay, let's move on to the next. Okay, this is the bridgeweight. A lot of people say we don't care about the bridgeweight. Well, guess what? I do. These are human beings that are fighting and putting their lives on the line for you. Realize that. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, no. There's one thing about this. So far, for what I noticed, there's no fights announced because Oscar Rivera, there's nothing with him on there. Like they're saying, so so I don't know what they're gonna do with that weight class. Let's just keep it real. Like they're saying, I don't want to keep y'all just waiting too long. And remember, there's a lot of fighters in my channel. It ain't just a few people. It's a bunch of them. And they're saying that's what y'all don't understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? So okay. Let's see what's up with him. Tacos. Damn, these are all new people. These are all new, son. All these. I don't know these three. Kevin, Tommy, maybe Tommy McCarthy. You know what I'm saying? But Kevin, Dorcato, if I said his name right, I know him. I don't know him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's why I always go through here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to learn the fighters as much as possible. That's going to get fights. That's going to get fights. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not the ones that are just going to sit around and just show their name on here and they're not doing nothing. If anybody understand. The most fight. Like, I believe Michael Marius, if I said that right, will be a possible fight. Lawrence Oakley with any of these fighters here. With any of these four, you could see him fighting them. And that one of these, believe me, one of these names out here will show up in the next fight. I believe it's gonna be like a mandatory. He has to fight like a mandatory, and then he'll be cleared to fight like. Well, he still be cleared to fight like for other channels, like for other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's still open for him as well. Give me a sec. I was lighting up my blood. Okay, now we go to that 175. Okay, does anybody know Canelo is targeting the 175? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be the fight here. But let's see what we got. Okay, for Ulta we got Marcus Brown, Bundu Jack, Igor, Joshua, Jesse Hart. That's a pretty good lineup there. It's a couple of pretty good fights. They just say so. Okay, okay, Dimitri. If anybody know Canelo's targeting Dimitri, I think this is what he's gonna do. This is what I believe he's gonna do. He's gonna target Dimitri, take him out. Then he's gonna go after Arthur, and then he's gonna go after Smith. But then again, he might go after him, and then go after Smith, and then go after Arthur. It's just the order he's gonna do it in. Like I say, he might not fight Smith. He might not fight Smith. We don't know who he's gonna take. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, he's got to get a name that he could make money with. It has to be a name that he could make money with. You gotta understand that plays a big role in making these fights for pay-per-view and stuff like that. Like I'm saying, so okay, we got Robin, Joshua, Rickards. Okay, now Rickards is fighting bots. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened with the 1 and 2 with with the bots. I'm not gonna guess and not gonna speculate because it's gonna make me look stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know. And then remember, these things they don't update them too well. You got to look at that as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, the only reason why I'm using it is because it's lined up the right way for you could see all the names. You know what I'm saying? And then you could see that I'm not lying. Okay, now in the 168, we already know Canelo is targeting Colin Plant. I'm saying to become a 4-time champion. I'm saying Colin Plant's side wants Canelo to fight a 3-fight deal under them, and they pick the fighters he has to fight. You know what I'm saying? Which I believe that's ridiculous because Colin Plant only has 1 title. Now, you know what I'm saying? Let's just be for real. He only has 1 title to be demanding all that shit. Like, come on, man. Canelo is the A side here. Canelo's the A side. You know what I'm saying? But you could go back to the board. You could go back to the table again and restructure it again. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know Al Heyman is open to restructuring again. Like, you know what I'm saying? So let's see if he could get the fight made. You know what I'm saying? And remember, if the fight is too late, they could always put it at a later date. Understand that? Like, you know what I'm saying? So the good thing is that we're going to get the fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's just look at it like that. I'll say, okay, now, okay, oh. Let's see if I can flip it over. Oh, shit, son. It's too much information. Okay, I don't know what the hell. Man, put this over here. Man, sorry about that, people. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got emotional. But with the boxing. Okay, all right. Now we're going back a little bit. Okay, now, so we already know Canelo's trying to fight Plant. And then David Benavidez, I forgot who he's fighting with. Man, he's fighting for somebody down there. Like, I think David Benavidez should have fought like David Lemieux or Daniel Jacobs. Matter of fact, the Daniel Jacobs would have been a good fight for David Benavidez. If anybody understand what I'm talking about. He already fought Darrell. He knocked Darrell out. If he fights Billy Joe Sanders, I see him beating up Billy Joe Sanders bad in that fight. It's a mismatch. Colin Plant, I could see him fighting Colin Plant. That'll be a good fight for him too. You know what I'm saying? 2 big, tall, big, lanky fighters. That'll be a good fight, to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? But I still take David Benavidez to destroy Smith. Because if Canelo could destroy him, what makes you think David can't? Like, you know, let's just be for real. David is bigger than Canelo. Has more power than Canelo. He's really 168 compared to Canelo. He's not 168 or 75. I'm saying if anybody in the saying he's not 175, he's not 168 weight. Remember, he's 5'8". Doesn't belong there. I'm saying, but the fight selection as far as his people matching him up with fighters is actually hitting on the nose. It's actually working. I'm saying, so, you know, you got to give that to him. He has a really good staff behind him. Like, let's say, so, you know, like, and believe me, those are the names of the fights on this weight class. That's the good thing about it. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, we're gonna go to 160. Okay, Jamal Charlo. Okay, he's supposed to be fighting a regular. Well, Jamal Charlo is not in my channel. Just to make it clear, he's not in my channel. So, no, just to make it clear, we got Jamie Maguire ranked number 1, Sergi ranked number 2. I think they're gonna take Maguire and probably get him to fight like him or him, like, you know, as a stay active fight, and then put like a name in front of them, because I haven't seen anything announced that he's gonna fight Jamal. Like, they're saying, so let's just be for real. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now we got Morata. You know what I'm saying? And then Canelo is targeting. No, is it Morata he's targeting? No, he's not targeting Morata. My bad, misinformation. You know what I'm saying? We got Laura. You know I'm saying? We got Triple G and we got Demetrius in this. Okay, let's see what they got lined up over here. Okay, you got Jamie Maguire with Demetrius. I don't know. What do you think about that fight? Demetrius with Maguire. You know what I'm saying? I think it would be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Patrick, Jamie Maguire, Patrick, and that's going to be a possible fight right here. Patrick with Jamie Maguire. Don't be surprised they announced that fight. Okay. Okay. We got Chris Eubank. He's been number one for a minute, so I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's supposed to be activating that mandatory and fight. Like, start fighting these basic fighters. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to start stepping it up, man. I've been around him for like 4 years now. I'm saying, like, you know, even Demetrius, he better start doing something. Because he don't, I'm throwing him out my channel. It's gonna get thrown out. I got all this down here to put in my channel and make up for what I lost. I understand that, like, you know. Okay, so we're gonna go to 154. Okay, now 154 is very interesting. Okay, hold on, give me a sec. I'm gonna go get a beer, but I'm gonna go fast. Okay, I ran out. Okay, so if you had something to do and had somewhere to go and say, just go do it. You know what I'm saying? Remember, the video's not going anywhere. I'm saying, okay, so now we're going to talk about the 154 division, which is, right now, it's the hottest division right now. It's actually on fire. You know what I'm saying? So as we know, Charlo got the 3 titles. He fought Castano. They felt like nobody won the fight right out. You know what I'm saying? Jamal tried to run the fight straight back. They said they had to fight a mandatory, which is Tim Tszyu, which I believe Tim Tszyu is going to knock out Brian. I believe he's going to beat him. Because if Tim is a body puncher, he's a ferocious body puncher. He's going to body punch the shit out of Castano in that fight. That's why I believe he's going to win the fight. Because if Castano let him keep body punching him, Castano's going to be in trouble in that fight. He can't afford to keep getting body punched. If Jamel would have body punched Castano, he would have actually knocked him out. He would have stopped him if he would have body punched him in that fight. You watch the whole entire fight. You don't see Jamel hitting him too much. And the body punching is there. And you don't see him throwing no body punching. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I said Castano escaped with that fight. Like I'm saying, so you know. But in this fight, Tim is going to body punch the shit out of him. That's how he fights. I'm saying, whatever is open, you leave the body open, he's going to hit you there. You leave your face open, he's going to hit you there. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to make it a hard fight. Like, remember, Tim is not Jamel. Tim is a whole different fighter. I'm saying, he's not none of them. So you can't compare them. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I got to be for real. Tim is fresh. It's new. He's just coming into the scene. You know what I'm saying? He's been accumulating a couple of really good wins. You know what I'm saying? With named fighters. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to see how he does with Castano. Castano's definitely going to challenge him in that fight. Do I see the fight somebody getting knocked out? Yeah. And this fight is a recipe somebody going to get stopped. Like I'm saying, it's either going to be Tim or it's going to be Castano. But I believe in the fight, Tim body punching is going to make the big difference in the fight. The only thing he needs to do is body punch him, and he should be good. You know what I'm saying? Plus, his defense has to be good because when you're doing body punching, you leave yourself exposed to get hit. So he's going to have to take risk. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with Castano. Everybody knows Castano is an inside fighter. That's what he really is. You know what I'm saying? So, but he fights pretty good outside too. Like I'm saying, so that's how he sets himself up to get inside, to hit you to the body as well. I'm saying, so in that fight, in that fight, what's gonna make the difference in that fight is the punching power. That's what's gonna make the difference in that fight out of anything, because they're both gonna be fast. They're both gonna be fast, just about the same speed. Look at what I'm saying. They both have a sloppy fighting style. Just don't say it like that, but I'm saying it in a good way, because Tim fights his own way and Castano has his own style of fighting. So if you really look at it, right, when you preparing for both of these fighters, you're not gonna get trained right, because you can't get sparring partners to mimic these two fighters. So nobody's not gonna have no advantage there. If anybody understand what I'm talking about, it's gonna be a really good fight. I believe that's gonna be a good fight of the year. They're both gonna be hitting each other throughout the whole entire fight. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Backram, let's see. No, well, Jamel is doing mandatory, right? I forgot who he's fighting. Oh shit, I forgot who he's fighting. Supposed to be fighting a mandatory. Anyway, that fight is out the board. So we got Jack, Tim. Okay, Tim is fighting Jarrett Hurd. Okay, Jarrett Hurd with Beckham will be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? It will be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what Julian Williams. He got hurt too many times. Oh my God, look who they got here. Oh, somebody's getting beat up. You know what I'm saying? This is one of those tall fighters I was talking about. He's like 6'4", 6'5". It's like 6'5", somewhere around there. He's the biggest one. He's the biggest one in there, I think. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? He could make 147. He said it on video that he could make 147 pounds at 6'5", 6'6", somewhere around there. That's crazy. Sebastian, his name is Sebastian Fundora. You know what I'm saying? We got Israel. So Sebastian. Let's see who else they got in there. Oh my God, these are all new names. Okay, Sebastian and Israel, because they're gonna make that fight anyway. So first and second rank. That's a possible fight. Unless Sebastian fights Julian Williams, that would be a good fight in a way. I believe Sebastian will smash Julian Williams, to tell you the truth. So that fight is like very, very possible. Like, this is the first time Julian Williams is fighting a fighter that big. Like I'm saying, understand that. Let's just be for real. Like I'm saying, he's just gonna punish him. Okay. Sebastian Fundora with Sergio. But you got Ericus and Lubin. So they're gonna put Ericus and Lubin to fight one of these fighters. Tim is already fighting. So it's gonna be, I guess, Sergio. You know what I'm saying? Or Sebastian. Or Julian Williams. Look at that. They even got Tony Harrison in that lineup, which is really good to set up some good fights. Like I say, so, you know, like we getting there. We getting there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, 147. Of course, this is another hot weight class. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like we just want to see what fights are possible. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Does anybody know Earl Spence is the WBC and IBF? You know what I'm saying? Then Ugas is the super champion. They showed the video Manny Pacquiao getting the super title, but that was a lie. That video was a lie. They just gave him the belt. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I have to admit that I put that on my channel. And I'm saying, because I really believe they gave it back to Manny. They didn't. I'm saying, so I'm guessing they're gonna let you guys fight for the title, right? Get paid, get his money, and then after that, they're gonna give it to Manny. They're gonna elevate Manny and then take out you guys. You know what I'm saying? It's actually playing that way. I actually said this in other videos. I said that's what it's looking like. Like that's, and it is looking that way. I thought it was actually, but he's not. Look, he's up there. He's the champion, not Manny. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and Manny got that title like a week ago. So they should have been updated that. You know what I'm saying? So you guys is the WBA champion. I'm saying, so, you know, like, so you think about it. Earl Spence fighting Manny Pacquiao for nothing if you really look at it. He's not going to be a 3-time champion. It's not going to be a 3-time champion. They're going to lie, say that he is, but he's not. He's not really. He has to fight you guys to get that WBA title. But you guys called out Earl Spence. Earl Spence tweeted to him. He told him, "Look, listen, let's make the fight. Let's make the fight." And you guys decided to fight somebody else. I'm saying, so, you know, like, I don't know what was going on with that. I'm not gonna make this actually happened. I'm saying, so I'm not lying. Okay, so all right. So of course we got Sean Porter with Terrence Crawford. So Sean Porter's out of there. The same from, you know, being, you know, for now, like, you know, because he's fighting Terrence Crawford. Pacquiao is fighting, of course, Errol Spence. We got Danny Garcia, David, Jaron Ennis. Damn, Jaron Ennis is like 7th rank. He's all the way down there. Like, what the fuck? I'm saying, I thought he would be higher than that. Oh, these are all new names. This name, and this name, they're new. I'm saying, Alberto. Oh my God, Mario. Okay, I see him getting chopped. Mario Barrios. He's gonna get destroyed at 147. I'm sorry. I don't see him doing good there, unless they put like a basic fighter in front of him. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Sean Porter's already fighting. Manny is already fighting. Gerard Inez with Codado. Codado. I hope I said that right. You know what I'm saying? That'll be a good fight with those two. You know what I'm saying? That'll put him ranked number 1 to fight Earl Spence. Earl Spence already told him, I'm gonna smash you. When you come into this fight, I'm gonna smash you. Earl told him already. On video. Told him on video, like they were FaceTiming each other. Earl said, yo, I'm gonna stop you. Told him just like that. I was like, oh shit. Like, I was like, that shit went to laughing into some real shit after that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But let's just see. Because remember, Earl Spence wants to fight Terrence Crawford after Manny Pacquiao. And I believe he's gonna fight him. Okay, think about it. He fought Mikey, fought Kell Brook, fought Sean Porter, fought Mikey Garcia. You know, he fought top names. Like, you know what I'm saying? He fought top names. So, you know, you can't I believe Earl Spence. Like, I actually believe him. That if he smashes Manny the fuck out, he's gonna go after Terrence Crawford right after that fight. You know what I'm saying? And then the good situation for Terrence Crawford, I don't believe Terrence Crawford is gonna give the fight automatically to Earl Spence. He's gonna target Josh Taylor. He's gonna go after Josh Taylor. Well, we're gonna talk about that, you know, in a different weight class. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know if Crawford's gonna fight Earl Spence for the 4 titles. We don't know that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And there ain't nobody gonna come in here guessing anything. You know, you're gonna look stupid. Like I'm saying, understand that. And I don't even know what's gonna go on in this list. I'm just assuming, like, you know, I'm just giving a date of how I see it. Like, what fights are gonna happen, what fights are not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, remember, Makina is fighting Virgil Ortiz. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we got Michael Mikey with Jaron Ennis. Why not? We'll find out how good Ennis is in that fight. I think motherfuckers ain't gonna come and say that Ennis is gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Bye bye. Yeah, throwing this guy out, man. Like I'm saying, it's like that was the guy that was doing that bet with me. Like, you know what I'm saying, he still didn't fucking send no list. Like still didn't send no list. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Okay, so let's get back to the boxing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, now in this list here, I believe it's a good fighting list because, you know, you got a lot of good fighters in that whole list. Keith Thurman. Let's say Johnny Owens, Mikey Garcia, Manny Pacquiao, Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the list goes on and on. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to admit that this weight class is the most stacked out of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now we're going to the 140 division. Okay, all right, now I see this. Okay, well, okay, if I'm correct, Regis supposed to be fighting Mikey, but there hasn't been announced yet. Saying so, you got Jose Zapata and you got Jose Carlos Ramirez with Zapata. Then that's gonna be a rematch. Is the fight gonna happen? I don't know. Like what's gonna happen with that fight? Romero's supposed to fight again. But they didn't put a name. Unless I overlooked that. Like I overlooked the name. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. Victor Prost, Bossa. I'm saying that's a pretty good names there. Alberto. I don't know who's this guy. Don't know him. Santa Martin, I know. And Rivera. Robert Easton Jr. dropped all the way to 10th place. What the fuck is he doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big drop. Okay, yeah, these are all new names. Except Lewis who renting it. I know Pons. I know him. Liam, I know Liam. Saying like it's a lot of people to know, bro. So understand how I win. I'm saying like Jack. Okay, this fight is made. So we got Liam Piano, Arnold Barbosa Jr., Jose Pedraza, Jose Zapata, Golos, you know what I'm saying, Ramirez, Regis. That's a pretty good list. As far as like for the WBO. Like I'm saying, like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping everything real. I'm just letting you know the fighters I know, and then letting you know the fighters I need to know. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not lying to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, now, in the 135 division, we already know Teofimo Lopez is supposed to be fighting George Caboose, right? So, we got Lomachenko, Ryan Garcia, Fortuna, Joseph Diaz, Linares, Richard Gomez. That's a good setup. Now, okay, now the fight that most likely will happen. Lomachenko versus Devin Haney. I believe that fight's gonna happen. Because remember, Lomachenko got to get that title back, and then he could go after the other three. I'm saying, remember, he's trying to be a 4-time champion. He's not trying to be a 3-time champion. I'm saying, so you got to look at that too. I'm saying, so that's a pretty good list. We got Lomachenko, Ryan, Fortuna got beat up by Joseph Diaz. If you put Fortuna in front of Ryan now, Ryan will actually knock him out. Understand that. I'm saying, Joseph Diaz, I believe Joseph Diaz has a very good chance to be a champion, like a top fighter there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just needs to get in the weight class that he's comfortable with. That he has power, he has speed, he has endurance, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. I'm saying, George Linares, I see him getting stopped. Like, if he gets in front of Rolly, I see Rolly knocking him out. Believe it or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but Rolly is targeting, right now, as it stands, Rolly is targeting Devin Haney for his next fight. I'm saying, so we'll just see if Devin Haney takes the fight or not. Like I'm saying, so and then this is an interesting fight. Rolando Romero with Lomachenko. That one is up in the air, but I took Rolando Romero to shock Lomachenko. But if Lomachenko catches Rolando clean, I think he's gonna hurt him. For sure. You understand? It's not going to be a step over fight that Rolando Romero is going to be able to come in there. I believe if Rolando Romero catches Lomachenko clean, Lomachenko is going to be in trouble. I'm saying, understand that. So you look at the way he's doing it. He's trying to fight Devin Haney, and then he'll probably fight Lomachenko after. Understand the promotion of what's going on here. So, I know y'all overlooked that. I'm saying, understand that. Lomachenko's going to have to mix it up with them whether he likes it or not to get these titles back. As you can see, look, he's ranked number 2 here for the WBO. Okay, he's ranked number 5 here. And he's already almost in top ranks on all of them. He's going to have to pull the trigger on one of them sooner or later. If anybody understand, unless he goes the Teofimo Lopez way and then try to get the 3 titles in one shot, I believe that'll be smart to do, to say the truth, because you get all 3, and then you just have Devin Haney at the end. You know what I'm saying? You know, to become a real 4-time champion. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is stacked. This is stacked. This, you know, this has pretty good. You got Isaac, Pitbull. I'm saying, you know, you got Lee Shebley. Lee Shebley, I believe he's going to get chopped out soon. He's going to get taken out of there. They're going to do some work on him soon. Brandon, Frank, Brazil, George. We talked about that already. Yeah, we talked about that. Okay, now let's go to the next weight class. If I forgot anything, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Like you're just saying, so okay, all right. This is the 130 division. This is another stacked division, I believe. We have pretty good fighters here too, as well. Excuse me. Okay, for rank number 1, we got Chris Colbert. I'm saying, Miguel. As anybody know, Miguel got knocked out by Valdez. So I don't know if he's gonna pursue the mandatory. He's gonna run it back. I don't know what he's gonna do. Like they're saying, we got Forster. Damn, look at this name. I don't even want to butcher his name. Who is this guy? Okay, hold on. I gotta see who's this guy, man. Like you're saying, like I want to see his face. Copy. Yeah. Like you're saying. Yeah, I want to see this guy. These guys are new. Okay, hold on. Let's do the boxing. All right, 17-0 with 9 knockouts. 5'5", which is pretty small. I'm sorry. And I understand the weight class. I'm saying that, you know. So, you know, like, you know, you got to look at that. Okay, all right. You know, he's new. He's new. I never seen this guy before. And that's good that I go through this chart a lot, because I get to find out about fighters. I'm saying, so, you know, 130, I really don't see big fights here. I'm sorry. Right now, Rene Alvarado, he's fighting, I forgot who he's fighting. I'm saying, he's fighting Luis Alberto Lopez. You can see the rank, right? Like, it should have been fighting Chris Colbert, like somebody like that, and it would have been a more better fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that weight class is basically dead if you really look at it. I say, okay, you got Gary Russell, Leo Santa Cruz. Kid Galahad just won this title. He won it yesterday. He won that. So Kid Galahad is the champion there. Now, what I want to know is Kid Galahad gonna go after everybody else? Like, you know what I'm saying? Go after every other title. That's my big question for him. I'm saying, okay, a male with, you know what I'm saying, got James Dickens, Gonzalez, Jesse, okay, Kid Galahad, you know what I'm saying, James Dickens. Yeah, he was ranked pretty good. Like, you know what I'm saying, you really look at it. Ramirez, Hector Luis Garcia, Jordan Gill, you know what I'm saying, and then we got Ray Vargas, you know what I'm saying, Lorado, Marciano, Mark, yo. Yeah, that shit died out bad. Like, oh my God. Okay, over here we got Brandon Figueroa, champion. As you know, his brother lost his I think he lost his title, didn't he? He got stopped. So why they still got him there as a champion? Wasn't in a different weight class? Anyway, we'll find out, because Brandon is fighting Stephan, and I took Brandon for the upset in that fight. Like they're saying, so you know. Okay, that's it. We're stopping here, man. Damn, that's a lot, man. That shit drained me out. You know what I'm saying? But these are possible fights that we're gonna get, and you know what I'm saying, and that's a good thing to do. Like I have to keep going through this weight classes like that every day, and then I'll learn more and more and more about the fighters, and then I'll watch them on YouTube and see how they fight and stuff like that, and then I'll match them better. I just have, I'm just getting to the point now that I'm just looking at fighters, and I could predict the fighter to win the fight. It's hard to explain, but I just, that's what's going on with me right now. So if you like the video, put a thumbs up. Put a thumbs up. If you dislike the video, put a thumbs down. Put a thumbs down. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to subscribe.